Yo, what's good people, it's J Cactus, and in this video we're back with my influence by country series, where like the name says, I take influence from other countries or cultures and turn it into a UK drill beat. In this episode I'm focusing on Algeria, and this one was requested by quite a few people, but I can't lie, I've just been struggling to find the right sample to flip. I wanted to flip some traditional music and the samples have been a challenge, so hopefully I won't let you guys down, but let's get straight into it. Okay, so I've spent some time researching some Algerian music, looking through some samples, and I liked the sound of this one by an artist called Adia. Could take some parts from here as well. There might be some other parts too, so let's try and work out the BPM. So yeah, I'm going to say it's like 105, but we need to bring it up to about 140, even 145. So then I can just go fit to tempo, 105. Then we could pitch it up too. Let's try like 4, even 5. Ooh, the vocals sound crazy there. Let's start chopping this up. I always find it easier to just do it in the playlist, you know. Could even take that first part and repeat it. I like this part too. That might be better to repeat. And then change it. Alright, let's bring this back. So this part is similar to this, except it has the flute. So we could just add some variation. Just have one without the flute and then one with. I think this one could repeat. This bit sounds sick too. This could be a B section. So yeah, I think we've got a nice part to work with here. Just going to make sure that's set to generic bleeding. And then we can consolidate this just to keep it tidy. And then just in case we need it, I'm going to click here and go to extract stems from sample. And I'm just going to take the instruments from this. Because there might be some parts where I don't want any vocals. And I just want the instruments to play, like that guitar sound and the flute. And yo, just having stem separation built into FL is just another reason why it's the best DAW, man. Like, listen to this now. No vocals. Crazy. So yeah, we'll save that in case we need it. Definitely need to tidy it up though. Just turning it up here first. Take out some low end. Some of that boxiness too. Then I'm just going to add a compressor. And it's just going to help with those peaks. So instead of having really loud parts and really quiet parts, it will just balance it out a bit more. And the sample is pretty clean already, so it probably doesn't need much more than that. Could add some reverb though. Always adding the same one too. And you probably see me using these settings before, but I like to use the vinyl 3. I'll bring the distortion and the noise down a bit, and then the magnetic too. You know what? I'm going to jump straight into the drums for this one. And I'm trying to keep that authentic vibe. So I was just searching through some Algerian drums to figure out which ones they were using. And most places are saying they use the darbuka. So I think we could definitely start with one of those. So I've just pulled up Contact, and there's a sick band called Middle East with loads of percussion. And they do have the darbuka. So this is going to be perfect. But I'm just going to turn off the reverb. And I'm actually going to record these in as one shots first, just so I've got more control over the pitch. And I like to turn off their reverb just so I can add my own. Could maybe use that one as a snare or something. So yeah, we've got quite a few there. I feel like these ones will sound good as the main hat or counter snare. So yeah, I'm thinking here. So just creating a bounce. Then we could get the second one in. You know what, let's try a different bounce. I think we could make this more of an Afro drill beat. We'll grab this one too. And then we could go to the Contact bank and we'll find a roll like this. I think just that one. Maybe that too. A couple more too. Yeah, this bounce sounded crazy. And for percussion, I always just check the pitch like this, especially when it's the driving force of the track. You don't want it to sound off. But I think that one and the rolls will only come in certain parts, but the main bounce will just be these three. Let's just test it in these sections too. But the bounce definitely still works, but we'll need to switch up the bass in these parts. So yeah, let's just get the first 808 pattern in. Could be the fat and wide for this one, you know. I don't use it as much as I used to, but it works for these beats. You know what though, before that, I'm just going to add a little bit of high end with a counter snare, just to match that main bounce. And then we'll add a little bit of delay to that too. Or we could change it to my favorite one. Yeah, I think that's the one. We're just missing some high end. Let's try a different 808 this time too. We'll use this Victory one. Or you know what, maybe we go back to the fat and wide, man. It's a classic. So yeah, with these high notes, I'm kind of just matching that flute. I think we need a snare in there as well, something like this one. We'll just copy that over. And then I think just move this one back. Right, then I've just copied everything over because I want a second pattern. Do something like this. This one slide up. Alright, so in this part, I'll have to switch it up again. Alright, so let's just copy this over. We'll make this one unique. But before we do that, we'll just get a couple perks in, like this one. And I don't want to use the standard gunshot or snuff perk, because we use those all the time. I haven't used this one in a while, though. That could be a bounce. So we'll just copy that over. And then we'll grab the crisp perk too. Just something like that. I'm gonna pitch this up though. I think it sounds better there. Then I think just the short riser. Then I just want to add one fill at the end of every 16. And I made this one specifically for these Afro drill beats. Matches the vibe. Right, I'm just gonna go ahead and split the pattern. I'm gonna get rid of that tick count snare in the first part, and then I've just chopped this perk so it's not playing all the way through, and then that main bounce can repeat. And then in this section, because the sample's a bit crazier, I think I'm just gonna tame the drums. We could bring these rolls back, then we'll make that 808 pattern unique. We'll just need to switch a few things up. I might just swap the 808 out for a Zay for this one. And then I think after that Zay finishes, we need to bring the fat and wide back, but make this pattern unique as well. So I don't know if you can hear it. I'm just trying to match the bass pattern in the sample, but we'll turn the EQ back on and then we'll figure out the other notes. At the side here. Maybe this one could just slide back down. Then I'm just fading the second slide down like this. So yeah, let's just structure it out quick. So I think it could start with this. So we'll just bring some of the percussion back. think we could bring these rolls in as well. Just like here. And then we'll also bring these perc kits in, just to add the atmosphere. Alright, I've just added a bunch of small fills in there as well. We're just going to make some small cuts for the drop. Sounded crazy. So we'll just make one more here. So in this section, we're just going to pick up some energy with the counter snare and obviously the new 808 pattern. And again, same thing with the drums. I just like to add some cuts. Could even cut that melody where that 808 chop comes in. See what I'm saying? Sounds hard. Alright, so we've got a switch up here. So I might actually cut the percussion at the start. So maybe that Z section could be a bit of a bridge, and then we can copy this over again. And then right at the end, just gonna cut this. Let's try a riser too. Alright, yeah, I think that's going to be it, man. So let's copy it over. Alright, so let's have a listen from the beginning. But before we do, if you've been finding my videos helpful, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, it would be much appreciated, man, because it does help YouTube push these videos to other producers. But yeah, I'll show you what I've got. Let's play it from here.
J Cactus.
So yeah, just building up energy with the percussion. Sounded crazy, you know? Interesting vibe. These cuts always sound cold. So yeah, it's just a bit of a bridge. And I'd use this as the hook. Bass is crazy in this. Yeah, let me know what you think of this one in the comments. And if you want more videos like this, just click up here.